The Beterbiev vs. Bivol fight is one of the most 50-50 fights of all time. Now, what does that even mean? When I say 50-50, what I mean to say is I have no clue who's going to win. This is one of the biggest fights in years, as we see two top 10 pound-for-pound guys fight for the undisputed belts, and this is also a fight we wanted to see for a long time. Artur Beterbiev is 20-0 with all of his wins by knockout and holds 3 of the light heavyweight titles. Dmitry Bivol is a WBA and IBO champ who is 23-0, including a win against Canelo Alvarez. But both of these guys are so skilled and great at what they do, and really none of their fights were ever that close. Artur Beterbiev has insane power. We have seen that against very good guys. We've seen him demolish Joe Smith Jr. We saw him break down Callum Smith. And every guy he fought, he broke them down and just destroyed them. And he also has very good IQ. He has patience. Usually earlier in the fight, he's patient, obviously waiting back. Then he starts to break down his opponents and takes him out. A concern could be, though, he's old. He's also coming off an injury. This fight was supposed to happen earlier this year. He tore something up in his knee, and, well, he got pushed back again. Of course, injuries are going to maybe play a factor, and 39 years old, that could also play a factor. Now, he might not also be as fast as Dmitry Bivol. Bivol is a very fast boxer, especially for light heavyweight. I'm curious how Artur Beterbiev is going to catch up with that speed. He also isn't as skilled as Dmitry Bivol. Now, Beterbiev is very skilled, but when you compare him to another top 10 pound-for-pound guy like Bivol, he's just not as skilled. And he doesn't really have the experience in the later rounds now. I mean, that could be a good and a bad thing. He doesn't have the experience because he knocks out his opponent so early, but a bad thing is, when you face his best opponent like Dmitry Bivol, a guy who's very skillful, a guy who's going to move, a guy who is very conditioned, this could play a factor in the 11th or 12th round. Dmitry Bivol, on the other hand, very skilled. One of the best skilled, one of the greatest skilled boxers over the past decade, especially probably the best skilled light heavyweight of all time. You could say Roy Jones Jr., but Roy Jones is really more athletic than he was skilled. Dmitry Bivol, very practiced. He focuses on his skills. Dmitry Bivol really focuses on his skills. He trains hard. He has that Eastern European style, that Russian style. So that is what is amazing about Dmitry Bivol. Insane, awkward style already. Definitely bounces back and forth, throws pretty weird, an awkward style, but it works. When he stepped in the ring with Canelo Alvarez, he made Canelo Alvarez very confused. Stayed on him all night, kept landing punches, and his defense was pretty good too. Good head movement. We did see him get caught with a good shot by Joe Smith Jr., so he did get caught before. He gets caught with Artur Beterbiev, that could be a problem. He, of course, has the IQ and is 33 years old. He's younger than Beterbiev. That could be a double-edged sword, though. A positive is because he's just younger, he's healthier, he can move faster. A negative is, well, maybe he's not as experienced, alrighty? I don't think that's really going to matter so much on the negative side. I think it's going to help him more that he's young than actually affect him, but that's just something to point out. And then lastly, Dmitry Bivol is not really as powerful. Once again, not saying that's a bad thing, but when you compare him to a guy like Artur Beterbiev, when he has all of his wins by knockout, he's not as powerful. Could he send down a guy like Beterbiev? Could he break him down? Could he destroy him? Could he stop the fight? I don't really think he could. That's why if I had to pick a winner, I would say Dmitry Bivol off points. But let me just say also, I'm not the most confident in that. Like I said, it's a 50-50 fight. I'm not confident in any pick I have to say. I'm just breaking it down and what could actually happen and what can't. When you put up a power puncher, all right, a guy who's just known for power, a guy who's known for just trying to get their opponents out of there as quick as possible, compared to a guy like Dmitry Bivol who's going to dance with you, who prefers to go the 12 rounds, who prefers to get the wins off points. I'm usually always going to favor the guy who gets the wins off points unless he gets caught. Now, 50-50, because, like I said, Beterbiev could really catch Bivol any time of the fight, and he could hurt Bivol. Alright, he might not be a one-punch knockout, but he could hurt him, shake him up, and then have him on the ropes, and then Beterbiev breaks him down. We see him do that against so many good opponents. But if I had to make it 51-49, already I would say Bivol by points, but I don't know. Very, very close. This is a very good fight, though. I'm very, very excited for this because I really don't know who's going to win. I really don't know who's going to win. If Beterbiev wins, I won't be surprised. If Bivol wins, I won't be surprised. Now, if Bivol knocks out Beterbiev, well, then I'll be surprised. If Beterbiev outboxes and wins off points against Bivol already and just completely outboxes him, well, then I'll be surprised. But like I said, if Beterbiev knocks out Bivol, I won't be surprised. I mean, that's Beterbiev. If Bivol outpoints and outboxes Artur Beterbiev, well, I won't be surprised either because that's Bivol and that's Bivol style. I'm very excited. Undisputed light heavyweight titles. I don't know who's going to win. I'm fine with whoever wins also. I'm not rooting for anybody. I like Bivol style because that's a little similar to mine. I'm not saying I'm the next Bivol, but I like to do the types of styles that Bivol does. I'm not more of a power puncher. I like to outbox. I like to move. I like to have good footwork. And I just really like seeing Bivol box. His style is very unique, very awkward, but in a good way. He really caught my eye when he fought Canelo. I saw him fight Canelo. That was really the first time I really got to see a full fight live of Dimitri Bivol, and it was just poetry. It was art. All right, and it was amazing. So that's why I like Bivol, but I'm not really rooting for a guy. I just want to see a good fight. I respect both fighters. I'm very, very grateful to see this fight. Let me know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to win? This is 50-50. I'm not really betting on anybody. All right, I'm not really betting on anybody. I don't know who to win. I'm going to keep my mouth shut with this fight. I'm not going to be commenting all over Instagram, rooting for one fighter against the other like I usually do with fights. You know, Tyson Fury versus Usyk, I kept rooting for Fury, telling everybody Fury's going to win. Didn't work out. This fight, though, even though I like Bivol more, I don't know who's going to win. I don't know who's going to win. I really don't. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut because anything could happen. And those are the best fights. That's the best fights for boxing. That's the best thing for boxing is when you really have no clue. But you can make some predictions just to have fun or bet money. But I don't bet money because anything happens in sports. Let me know what you guys think, though. Make sure to subscribe for the best boxing content on YouTube. I'm out, guys. Peace.